Not today, Satan. Not today. I didn't expect this. No, it's not what he's saying. He's not talking about taking his M4, his grenades with him. What's the takeaway here? What's the major takeaway? The major takeaway is this. And we're back. We're back again. Renegades, here we go. All right. If anybody knows that Jimmy Fallon from Saturday Night Live imitation, and we're back. Okay, that's where that's coming from. Anyway, we're gonna do chalk outlines today. I put in the poll, asked you guys, what do you want to see? What should I cover in my next REN reaction? You all said, well, most of you, the majority said chalk outlines. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to do chalk outlines, knock it out. I have no idea what to expect, as usual. I'm always surprised. Wait for the moment. Look for the moment when I say, I didn't expect that. That's the usual reaction with a REN song. Super crazy talented artist. Can't wait to see what chalk outlines is all about. And all right, like, subscribe, share this video. I know a lot of people the last video said that notifications didn't even get to them. They didn't even know that the video was out for the money game videos that I did. So let's make sure that this thing gets in circulation. And without any further ado, here we go. Chalk outlines. Let's go. Hey, just a quick disclaimer for everybody. I'm going to have to pause the video frequently. So just so you guys know, so I don't get a block put on me or any type of strikes or anything like that. Actually, that's something that I just learned that I have to do more often, okay, for these videos. So bear with me on that. Heavy on the commentary. We're not trying to steal from REN. We'd never do that. We love REN. We want to make sure he's getting his due. And so, all right, here we go. I'm already in suspense. Where are we going with this? What is about to happen? Is he in a dungeon? The chair? Torture? What's happening? Is this like one of these black cell things where they capture somebody and they're going to question REN? Chalk outlines. Maybe this is about murder case. I don't know. I'm sure everybody will tell me in the comments. Ben, let it play. You'll learn everything. I know. But it's my job to figure it out. And here we go. Do you guys remember those chairs from school, from like elementary school and like high school or whenever? Anyway, sorry. That's something that comes to mind. No way we're going to get to see him playing the guitar. I don't think I've seen him play guitar yet. No, I did during High REN, but it was like acoustic. I think the first time I'm seeing him on electric guitar, other than for like a street performance. I've seen him play the piano, pretty amazing. All right, let's see what man can do here. Let's see.
Still here in this bed that I crawled in.
All right. Once more. Dude is next level artist. Unbelievable. Okay. I'm going to be making some commentary in this video, just so everybody knows, on life coaching, success strategies, leadership, all these things, like living a good life derived through the lessons we can learn from REN. Like what REN, what can we take away from REN and from his songs? That's my whole point. Lots of other reactors out there will talk purely about the music. I love the music. I think he's fantastic, amazing artist. But he's deeper than that. This guy is very deep. He's singing about things that, you know, impact people's life. And that's why I'm here. That's why I'm covering him and not just somebody else. So I think he speaks to a lot of people. I've heard from many of you in the comments that, you know, REN has changed your life in many ways, that you never felt, I didn't feel seen. There's a comment I saw. I didn't feel seen until I listened to REN, and that he recognized my pain, my sickness, the things I was going through. This is this guy. So this is what I'm going to talk about today. A lot about his philosophies, his lessons, the deeper meaning behind what he's saying. And honestly, REN is a leader too, if I can say that, because he is a leader. You know, he's a different type of leader. He's might be the leader many of us need today in a lot of ways, right? So, okay, let's see.
I hope that I'm someone else in the morning.
That's a heavy line right there, too. I hope that I'm somebody else in the morning. Yeah. Anybody else ever felt that? Put it in the comments. Again, it's nice because this community, a lot of supportive people can be there for you. So, yeah, that's tough. That's tough. And one thing I'll say is don't ever attach your identity to anything you can't control. Don't attach your identity to anything that's outside of you, okay? Your identity is so important. And if you're hoping you're someone else in the morning, maybe you're not hoping you're someone else. You're hoping you do different things. That's something entirely different, okay? So I think it's okay to actually, hope that you do things differently in the morning. But gosh, you're in a rough place, though, if you're hoping you are somebody else in the morning.
So take this one, wash it down and you'll be fine. And walk around in the floating chalk outline.
Oh, damn. Is he talking about overdose? Walking chalk outline. Or through medication, through being medicated, right? And using drugs to overcome problems we have. Or in his own case, I know now from all of you, thanks to all of you, about his Lyme disease, his misdiagnosis, his being medicated, being prescribed medications that he didn't really need. You walk around in a floating chalk outline, like you're a shadow of yourself, you're a shell of yourself. You're just like a two-dimensional figure. Is that what he's saying? Dude, this guy is deep. Honestly, that's what I'm here for. That's what I'm here for. Wow. Wow, wow, wow.
In the gallows, balanced on my toes so I can breathe.
Unbelievable voice. I'm balanced on my toes so I can breathe. I got to rewind this, guys. I got to rewind it. So it goes, let it be. I'm looking at the captions now. Bear with me. On the gallows, I'm balanced on my toes so I can breathe. Whoa. Listen to these lyrics. This is the power of metaphor. I want to talk to you guys about this, okay? Metaphors are very powerful. The metaphors we use in life. He's in the gallows, nooses around his neck is what I'm thinking, about to die. He's this close to death. This is what he's saying to us. I'm this close to death. I'm balanced on my toes so I can breathe. And if I can't stay on my toes, I don't know how long I can do it for. The strain, the stress, I'm going to fall off. I'm going to die. This is what he's saying. I'm watching this the first time right now, guys, okay? So some other people may have some more brilliant insights, but I guarantee you either they're more genius than I am, which is possible, or they are a genius and I'm not. It's entirely possible. Or they've watched it like 20 times. I've never heard this. I've never seen it. I got the idea to look at chalk outlines from you guys, from all your commentary. But this is what I do, okay? As a executive leadership coach and a life coach and a strategist, all right? You got to get yourself right first. You got to get your life right first before the rest of your life is going to work out the way you want it to. We got to take care of our health, our wellness, our mindset. Your mindset's so important. Directing your thoughts is so important. All right, let's jump back into it before I talk to you guys for an hour about everything else but REN. But he brings it out in you. He brings it out. Thanks, REN. And I'm not going to be rewinding too much today, just so we can move forward with the song. Because you guys know I'll turn this 5-minute song into 45-minute reaction. We don't want that.
But little by little, bit by bit, I push it back down with a new habit. If not for long, just for a while, I'll bury myself with.
I do love this. I'm going to say, bit by bit, he puts that whole part away about balancing on his toes in the gallows with a new habit. I'm hoping this is a call to action to create a new life and new habits and to live better. because it's true. The actions you take, you can hope to be a different person tomorrow, but not that you yourself are someone else, but what you do, right? And a person is defined by their actions. Ancient wisdom.
Great big smile, oh mama, oh mama, we trace us.
He is insane as an artist. Honestly, his range, and a lot of the times I say to you guys, not really my thing. This song is definitely my thing. Okay, so like some of his other stuff, I get into it, but it makes me laugh. I haven't laughed yet because this is just, wow, I see why you guys wanted me to cover this. What a powerful song. And what a powerful, amazing voice. Damn, this dude. I'm so glad I found him. And I'm so glad of all the support of all the renegades out there. You guys are supporting me in this journey and going down the rabbit hole. So far, so damn good. Amazing.
In these chalk outlines, oh mama, erase ourselves in these chalk outlines.
Okay, so we trace ourselves in these chalk outlines, meaning it's not about a murder story. I was wrong. Not about a torture chamber. I was wrong. I think it is, though, about pop another pill, wash it down. Hopefully I'll be somebody else. I'll feel better from this, something to that effect. He said earlier in the first minute and 30 seconds. And then we trace ourselves in these chalk outlines. So it's not our true self. It's our empty version of ourselves, our two-dimensional selves. Is that right? Put it in the chat. If I'm tracking, put it in the chat, okay? I got to do one of these live sometimes. I think you guys will be dying. We need to have like an event where I schedule this like 2 weeks ahead of time. We hype it up. You guys all come and you can blast me as I talk about it. It'll be a lot of fun. We need to have like some kind of event. Tell me in the comments what song I should cover to make it a live event so you guys can all be there and watch me as I go and to work with me and tell me in the chat if I'm on track, if I'm off track, if I'm hot or cold. I think it'll be a lot of fun.
Sertraline and a sip of serotonin.
What? Who's this? Who is this?
Don't cry, 'cause there's a pill for everything.
She's got some long nails, man. She's got some big old rings, too. She's a full-out rocker. This is a heavy metal rocker if I've ever seen one. I don't know who this is. Who is this? Is this Chinchilla? Or is this the name of the song? What? Don't cry, 'cause there's a pill for everything. This is getting heavy, man. He's doing a duet with this girl that's, got the heavy look going with the rings and the fingernails, the claws, Whoa, what is happening? What? I didn't expect this. I didn't expect it. What? What's happening? There it is. There's the moment. I didn't expect this. I was wondering who's going to come. I've never seen Ren do a duet with somebody. All right, here we go. Keep going.
Take this one, wash it down and you'll be fine.
Wow. She's pretty amazing. Someone that does a duet with Ren has to be freaking amazing. Just that little the little thing with her voice there. And you can see this is a true artist. I mean, just the way she's feeling the music. Is this Ren's girlfriend? Tell me in the comments. Is this his girlfriend? Maybe. Is it? I don't know. Tell me. I have no clue. I don't know, right? I'm just a simple Marine. a simple Marine. I'm a simple life coach. I'm simple in a lot of ways. Okay? And I learn from you guys, so tell me. But wow, she's pretty amazing too. Dude, the rings. Ozzy would love it. By the way, I'm going to be doing a reaction on Kurt Cobain, Dave Grohl, and then soon Ozzy as well too. You guys are going to want to see that. It's going to be cool. Not probably another week or so. What is going on though? Okay, here we go. I'm losing. I'm geeking out. Like I said, this is the moment I'm geeking out. What's happening?
The feeling goes and you draw a chalk outline.
Okay. The feeling goes, you draw a chalk outline. Clearly, this is about drugs. I know all you guys before told me, Ren's not a druggie. He doesn't use drugs. This isn't about drugs for high Ren, I think. and you would be right. But then some of you said he did the experiment with drugs and had a little bit of a drug problem when he was like 17 or 18. Some of you said that. I don't know. Tell me in the comments. I learned from you. But you wash it down, everything will be fine, and you become a chalk outline of yourself. This is definitely about drugs. Am I wrong? Tell me in the comments. I think I'm right. Okay, so this is the lesson. This is the lesson. Like, drugs are bad, okay? Drugs are bad, okay? This is lesson one, all right? First lesson was never attach your identity to anything that you can't control, okay? Anything external to you, don't attach your identity to it, all right? Number 2, drugs are bad, okay? You know, like South Park. If you're doing drugs to get away from your problems, it's hard. You got to make some internal changes. You got to do the deep work, the hard work. You got to learn to direct your mindset, control your mental focus, exercise, work out, control your nutrition, do away with the toxic substances that are hurting you. And I know there are a lot of people, the renegades out there, there's some of you that are suffering, that are sick, that have, diseases or have, real medical problems and health problems. I know that. And so, I think the one thing you can do is you can control your breathing too. Do fire breathing, tumo breathing, like the Wim Hof method, things like that. These are things I teach, okay, in my coaching membership, my coaching community, and my clients, I teach this too. But number 1, we can control. One of the things we are able to control in life is our mindset, our mental focus, and our attitude. That also includes it's resulting from our self-talk, the questions we ask ourselves, the loop we play over and over in our minds, okay? So if you get caught in this negative loop of thinking, you get caught on focusing on your pain and on your loss and on your lack and on what's going wrong, instead of focusing on the single point of brilliant light in your life that will draw you towards what's working and what's going well for you. And there's got to be something, okay? There's got to be something. You got to look for it. And sometimes it's hard. Other times it's not so hard. Some of you have a lot to be grateful for, okay? But you want to expand that. Expand it. And if there are things you can fix, then we got to get to work and fix them, okay? This is what I call ferocious optimism, my own personal philosophy. You look at my YouTube channel, look at my Instagram, look everywhere. That's my personal philosophy. That's what I teach from. The philosophy of ferocious optimism, okay? And the combat mindset, meaning you're ready to take on the challenge of the world face on, all right? All right, let's keep going. Ren brings it out of me. What can I say? I'm trying not to make this a 30-minute video.
So it goes, let it be. In the gallows, I'm balanced on my toes so I can breathe.
All right, they are amazing. And I want to say the point of the lyrics, so let it be. Okay, I want to say this is acceptance. The law of acceptance for me and what I teach to people, all right, is you need to be able to accept the things you cannot control, okay? There's even a prayer for this, the serenity prayer, all right? Lord, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Hugely important. Next, with acceptance, then comes detachment. You give everything you can with what abilities and skills you have today. You work very hard to achieve a certain outcome, whether that's just to make it through another day, or it's to succeed in your goals, or it's to overcome pain and suffering, whatever it is, okay? You let it be, like Ren's saying, like she's saying. Is this Chinchilla? Is that who this is? I should know this, but I don't. So tell me in the comments. With respect, okay? And with respect to Ren. You don't have to be respectful of me. Some of you aren't. But with respect to Ren, the artist here that, and if that's Chinchilla, then that's who it is. But acceptance first, right? And then we detach from the results. You give it all you can. You let it fly. And then if you did everything you could within your powers for that, you let it go. The results are the results. If you want to try to improve after that, you analyze, you assess, you grow, you learn the lessons, you get better, you improve your skills, and you do it again and again and again till your image matches the reality. Your image and blueprint in your mind matches what reality you're actually getting in front of you.
But little by little, bit by bit, I push it back down with a new habit. If not for long, just for a while.
This is a beautiful, beautiful duet. Absolutely amazing. It's more powerful. I push it down with a new habit. I'm going back to look at the captions again. I push it back down with a new habit. Okay? By little, bit by bit, I push it down with a new habit. Do you guys want to hear me sing it? Not today. Not today, Satan. Not today. Not today, Satan. New habit. I bury myself with a great big smile. So again, your habits matter. And tell me in the comments if I'm way off track, because sometimes I think it means something and you guys will blast me like, no, dummy, it doesn't mean that, blah, 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 right? And not always. You guys renegades are usually very, very kind and very, very cool. You guys are all super cool community. But I push it back down with a new habit. You're balancing it on, you're in the gallows, noose around your neck, balancing on your toes to breathe. Okay, this is the image. This is what gets put into my head. And then, but little by little, bit by bit, I push it all down with a new habit. Okay. And so I'm hoping the new habit is a positive habit, like the type of stuff that I teach, right? New habits, new directing your thoughts a certain way, directing your mental focus a certain way to do then new physical things, new tasks that build a better life. But I'm suspecting little by little, bit by bit, I push it back down with a new habit is the act of taking the medication. Is this the new habit that's actually creates you into the chalk outline? It's kind of sad, man. This is some heavy stuff, dude. Heavy stuff. They're in the dungeon there. Underground. REN, brother. Some heavy stuff. And this girl's got the fingers going with the rings and the claws. You know? I mean, super cool. Amazing, talented artists. Both. And she's amazing, too. REN wouldn't be with anyone in a video that's not amazing, I'm thinking. Not that he's not kind, not that he's not inclusive and accepting, because he is. If any of you that are going that way and thinking that way, damn it, don't you talk trash about my REN, all right? Here we go. All right, let's keep going. Sorry I'm geeking out. Sorry, not sorry.
If not for long, just for a while, I'll bury myself with a great big smile. Oh, mama, oh, mama,
we trace ourselves in these chalk outlines. I'm reading the next caption, okay? So, and he's saying, if not for long, but just for a while, we wash it all down. I bury myself with a great big smile. We trace ourselves in these chalk outlines. Okay, so definitely I think, and tell me in the comments if I'm wrong, this is from taking the medication, washing it down with a pill. So not for long, but just for a while, I bury myself with a great big smile. Maybe because you're medicated, right? And then you trace yourself in this chalk outline because you can't be your true self when you're medicated, right? Here's the thing. Sometimes people are given prescriptions for the medications, okay? And sometimes it's good and it's helpful, right? Other times we abuse the medications or we get medications that we don't have a prescription for and we use other people's prescription medication, okay? Other times we're using hard drugs. We're using opiates, fentanyl, cocaine. Okay? We're using really bad stuff for us. Hate to say it, alcohol. You know? Alcohol is the biggest drug out there. Not the worst. Obviously, fentanyl takes the cake there, and there's some other hybrids out there that are horrible. But I'm saying alcohol abuse is a very real destructive thing. And that can trace you in a chalk outline as well, too. Okay? If I'm on track with what he's thinking. This is my artistic interpretation. This is what I see. So again, it's not about being right or wrong. It's about the music. That's art. You interpret it for yourself. This is how I interpret it. So tell me what you guys think. This is what I see. Gavel comes down. That's what I think is happening. Okay? And again, I don't know if that's what REN intended, but this is what I see and what I think.
Place ourselves in these chalk outlines. Oh, mama, erase ourselves.
Body language and facial expressions matter so much. and to understand that how your posture is, your body language, your facial expressions, all of this will impact you in the way you feel. So if you look at this, is very deliberate what they have. The white, they're both wearing white. The location they're in, their facial expressions, right? This is a deep song, a heavy song, tortured song, about people who are trying to overcome pain and suffering. Okay. You don't see them like, ha ha, happy, jumping around like, like a pop song.
It's such a perfect day. Take it just in case.
We have a beat change here. This is a big beat change.
I'm scared.
What? Big beat change here. I thought, wait a second now. Something's happening here. Hold on. Okay. I'm sorry. Geeking out because it's a total beat change. Let's see. It's such a perfect day. Take it. Hold on. Every single thing he writes is so deep. The words are so dense. The lyrics. You guys taught me that. It's such a perfect day. Take it just in case. Take the drug just in case, okay? I know some of you out there and some of you have confided in me that you've had Xanax addictions. I've dealt with people, worked with people who've had that before, okay? And you become a chalk outline. You become somebody else if you abuse the Xanax. And I shouldn't even say abuse it. If you're just taking it, okay? Such a perfect day. Take it just in case. That could be any number of different drugs. I'm thinking this is the way. I know before you guys, someone told me Ren isn't a drug head. Okay, I understand that. To me, this is definitely talking about drugs because but again, we all see things through the lens of our own experiences. Okay, that's what I see. What else? It's such a perfect day. Take it just in case. I'm a Marine. Maybe take your gun just in case. It's such a perfect day. I wouldn't want it ruined. I'm going to take my gun just in case. I'm going to take my M4 just in case we run into some trouble. No, it's not what he's saying. He's not talking about taking his M4 or his grenades with him. That's a Marine way of thinking. Okay, but I go in the Marine lens, and that's take it just in case. Don't leave your gun at home. Bring your night vision. Ren, bring your nods. Bring your night vision just in case. Don't forget your batteries, Ren, in case we get into a gunfight at night. Take it just in case. That's not what he's saying. What I'm saying here is that we see the world through the lens of our experiences, right? And so that's what you guys are getting with me. I hope you enjoy it. It's not about being right or wrong, but please tell me what you guys think, or what he was really writing about. But I think it's about taking prescription medication. That's really what I think. I don't think it's about the Marine stuff I was talking about. Although it's kind of funny. All right, let's keep going.
I'm scared of being okay, 'cause all things change. All things change.
Dude, that's so powerful too. I'm scared of being okay because all things change. Wow, that is heavy. I'm scared of being okay because all things change. We're talking about resilience here. Resilience means that you can bounce back no matter what happens. Resilience means, you can see the way to grow, the way to succeed, the way to bounce back during change, because all things do change. You're scared of being okay, meaning you get good, you get healed, but then things change and you get hit by another trauma. You get hit by more pain, more fear, more loss. I hear you. And this is our job, right? This is all of your job. All of our jobs is to do our absolute utmost, the most we can to keep taking care of our health, our wellness, doing good things for others, service for others, okay? And making sure that we are okay. And just know that mindset, again, like I said, mindset, you will be okay. Even if you're afraid of being okay, you're going to be okay. No matter what comes your way, you got to say it to yourself. No matter what loss, what hits, what failure, what tragedy, I'm going to be okay. Okay? You do the absolute best you can. That's what you do. Focus on what you can control. But when you're afraid of being okay because all things change, then why not take the drugs? Then why not be destructive in your life? Why not try? Then it's okay. You give yourself a pass to have any goals. I've heard this said before. I don't have any goals because then I won't ever fail at any goals, right? I don't set goals so that I won't have to have failure in my life. If I don't set any goals, then I won't have to fail at achieving the goals, all those things like that. That's not the way to be, okay? You got to have a compelling, clear vision for your life. I don't care how big it is, how small it is, whatever it is, but constant growth, growing in life, that means learning is growing, right? That means learning new skills and abilities, emotional growth, post-traumatic growth. All these things will make life that much more joyful, satisfying, meaningful, okay? You'll have better quality of life, better quality emotions. So don't be afraid of being okay because everything changes. When you're truly okay, you say, you know what? I'm going to roll with the punches, man. I'm going to cry, and I'm going to grieve, and I'm going to get over it, and I'm going to keep going on, and I'm going to keep doing my most I can, do my utmost with what I've got. When I was in SEER school, okay, survival, evasion, resistance, escape, you guys can see all this stuff behind me here, right? I have a Marine Corps infantry, force recon, and special operations background, Marine Raider as well, okay? Went through survival, evasion, resistance, escape training. And one of the things they taught us when you're in captivity and they're torturing you and they're beating you up is you need to resist to your utmost. They don't say, here's the standard. They say to give it all you've got. And our saying in the Marine Raiders and in Force Recon goes all the way back to World War II. But we always say, all it takes is all you've got. All it takes is all you got, baby. That's it. Give it all you got all the time. Bounce back. All right, let's keep going. Ren's got me rolling, man. This is good stuff, Mr. Ren.
It's such a perfect day. It's a beautiful shame. It's a beautiful shame. I'm scared of being okay, 'cause all things change.
Super heavy stuff. Let's look at this. Okay, it's a beautiful shame. I'm scared of being okay because all things change. Such a beautiful shame. Boy, this is a tortured souls right here, right? This is, I don't mean to laugh, but whoo, some heavy stuff. Laughing, by the way, sometimes is a post-traumatic TBI, traumatic brain injury reaction to things, okay? So sometimes some people laugh under extreme stress. Some people laugh at inappropriate times, right? I knew people that would do that during, like, people that had suffered traumatic brain injury or people that had suffered big time PTSD from combat, things like that, would laugh. So maybe that's me. I don't know. I don't think so. Maybe it's me. But so I don't mean to laugh at inappropriate things because it's very heavy, very serious stuff. Such a beautiful shame. It's like the song from 311, Beautiful Disaster, if you guys know that song. Beautiful disaster, beautiful shame, such a beautiful shame. It's like reveling in the loss. It's like indulging and immersing yourself in the pain and suffering of loss. Reveling in the shame, in the pain, the tragedy, the tragic beauty, tragic figures of, beautiful day, beautiful people, and who have a death wish with drugs, maybe. That's very true. But in this case, wow, tell me in the comments what you guys think. Some heavy stuff. All right, let's keep going.
But little by little, bit by bit,
pick us up, Ren. Pick us up, baby.
With a new habit, if not for long, just for a while.
All right, he's picking us back up. I love it. Can you guys feel emotionally the payoff from this? This is a master roller coaster ride of a song, right? We're taking you way down, beautiful shame. Like, you feel it, the tragedy, the pain. Damn. Then all of a sudden, he blasts in there just little by little. He takes it way up, bit by bit. I bury myself, with a new habit. Not bury myself. What did he say? I push it back down with a new habit. I bury myself with a great big smile. But is this taking the drugs? Or is it actually a habit? I think it's taking the drugs.
I bury myself with a great big smile. Oh mama, we trace ourselves in these chalk outlines. Oh mama.
All right, so for me, I'm just going to say it. This is the tragedy and the beautiful shame of being on prescription medication and being medicated or using drugs, abusing drugs. The other idea, the more uplifting idea, is that I do push it all down with a new habit. I'm exercising. I'm eating right. I have directing my mental thoughts. I'm productive. I'm learning skills. I'm growing. I have goals. I have a compelling vision. I'm surrounding myself with the right people. I'm getting therapy. I'm getting help. All those things like that. I want to believe it's that, but I don't think so. It's such a tragic, like I said, body language matters. Facial expressions and posture matter to communicate. He's communicating to me here that this is a tragic story. Chalk outlines is usually about murder, right? But there's that we trace people in chalk on the ground. But you become a chalk outline of yourself, this two-dimensional figure. That's what he's saying. This is the euphoria. That's the word I was looking for. This is the euphoria you feel from taking the drugs. Just for a bit, not just for a while, and for a little bit. I bury myself with a great big smile. Not for long. Here it is. Not for long. Just for a while. I bury myself with a great big smile from taking the drugs. Or, because he doesn't specify, and he doesn't say it again, or I deal with it, and I'm resilient. What I'm hoping is, and maybe it is, that we can deal with it. Not for long, but just for a while. I push it all down. I bury it all inside with a great big smile, something like that. I bury myself with a great big smile. This also could be coping and being resilient and choosing mental strength and emotional strength and choosing new habits, real habits. This is the genius of REN. He's not letting you know exactly what he's saying. Money Game was much more on the nose. This one, though, is powerful poetry. All right, let's keep going.
Erase ourselves in these chalk outlines.
All right, right there, that does it, though. When she says erase ourselves in these chalk outlines, you're just a chalk outline of yourself. You're a two-dimensional figure. You've been erased. Just the shell of a person. This has got to be about drugs, okay? And so what's the takeaway here? What's the major takeaway? The major takeaway is this. Yes, there are many coping mechanisms out there. Yes, there are medications that'll help you cope, okay? But what Ren is saying is that whether you're prescribed the medication or and this is my opinion, you're doing it on your own, all right? You're abusing medication. You're finding it on your own. You're not prescribed. Or you are prescribed and you shouldn't be prescribed, like what happened to Ren, and it's happened to some of you, I know, because you talked about it in the comments. You have to realize that when you are only the two-dimensional version of yourself, the chalk outline of yourself, this isn't your best way of living. Some of us may need that at this moment to heal, and I get that. I understand that 100%. However, if and when we can, we need to be very mindful and to try to not just be a chalk outline of ourselves, but to be the full version of ourselves. To find out what real healing is. Find out what really living mindfully is. Find out what real resilience is, okay? So to deal with the underlying issues. And it could be an underlying issue that is like Ren. You got misdiagnosed with a real illness. Not saying, it's in your head, son, take these pills. What happened to him, right? Now I know. Before I was clueless, and you guys knew I was clueless. Now I know, okay? But, using the medication longer than you need to can create you in the chalk outline. Using the medications when you don't need them and you're just using it, or maybe you do need something, but you decided to do opiates and fentanyl on your own. All right, fentanyl obviously kill you, okay? Or you're drinking all the time, right? Or let's even talk about smoking pot. You're smoking weed so much you're stoned all the time, right? So, I think you become the chalk outline of yourself. That's what they're saying. That's what I think. Major takeaways. Again, I hope you guys enjoy this. Hope you got something out of it. I love doing this. I got a lot out of it. And please put it in the comments what the major takeaways are. If you guys enjoyed this video, please share it. Remember to like, to subscribe. All right. Please subscribe as well too. It helps the channel out. And then also, let's try and get the views on this thing. Let's get this over 5,000 views. Let's get over 1,000 likes. And I'm going to jump back in and I'm going to do another REN video. I'll put on another poll and we'll do another one. All right. As I always say, you guys, make yourselves better. Make the world better. Believe in yourselves. I believe in you. Okay. Have an amazing, amazing week. Keep your chins up out there. Keep focused on what you want in life and try to create and attract more of it. Keep focused on what you want, not on what you don't want, and go get yours. I'll see you guys all next time. Thanks so much for watching.